One of the most central ideas in all of Judaism is the notion of Hakaras HaTov, recognizing the goodness that HaKadosh Baruch Hu has done for us, recognizing the goodness that other people have done for us. The question is, why do we make such a big deal about this, expressing our gratitude for those that have done good for us? To live is to give. When we give towards others, when we do for others, when we act in the service of other people, that's expressing the most godly aspect of ourselves. The truth of the matter is that our body is selfish, naturally. It seeks to survive because it knows that one day it's going to die. The godly soul wants to give. The godly soul is life. And to live means to give. It means to do good for others. So when we do good for others, we're not just doing good. We're doing godly. We're bringing our godly soul into the world. We're making it real. And when other people don't recognize that, when they don't express their gratitude, it's not just that they're kafui tov. It's not just that they haven't recognized the good thing that we did. In a certain way, they've diminished our existence because we brought our most godly self into being for them. And they didn't recognize that. That's exceptionally painful. Because in a certain way, it means that our life wasn't really important, didn't really matter. It wasn't just another act of service. When we express our gratitude to other people, it's saying, I see you, you're here, you're real. What you do is important, you are important. And we all need that. Kavod is something we have to run away from, but it's something that other people need to chase us with. When people are mechabed us, by giving us gratitude and saying, thank you so much for doing what you did, they're not just thanking us for what we did. They're giving us life, they're giving us chayas. We have to run away from it because to run after it is arrogant. But it's other people's job to treat us with the respect that they would want to be treated with. And that means recognizing that we are alive. And the same thing is true when it comes to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. How do you think HaKadosh Baruch Hu feels? He does so much for us. He gives us everything. We wouldn't even be here without him. We would be nothing without him. And on top of that, when we think about the myriad of gifts that HaKadosh Baruch Hu gives us, how could we do anything but be makir tov, to recognize HaKadosh Baruch Hu's reality in this world? So a failure to give thanks and appreciation to HaKadosh Baruch Hu is not just lacking gratitude. It's a failure to recognize HaKadosh Baruch Hu's presence in our lives. How painful must that be for HaKadosh Baruch Hu, so to speak? The challenge is that for us, giving gratitude is sometimes an act of vulnerability, because it says somebody else did something for me. But that too requires a godly soul to be able to say, I am enough. I have an infinite godly soul inside of myself. I am enough. And I can recognize that a godly being has done something godly for me. We can only do that if we're in touch with our godly soul. So someone came with their godly soul and did a godly thing for us. We have to access our godly soul and say thank you. In so doing, we have two meetings of the soul. That's where intimacy is created. We can create oneness in this world when we put ourselves out there and we give to others, and when others put themselves out there by being makir tov to us. In that way, we can create true shalom, true harmony in this world. How often do husbands and wives feel like they're being taken for granted? How often do friends feel like they're being taken for granted? It's not just that we haven't expressed our gratitude. We're missing opportunities to let them know they are important. They have weight, kavod, from the lashon of kaved. They have value in this world. And that's our responsibility. So as we finish up the month of Av, and we start heading into the month of El, let's think about how we create harmony, not only with each other, but also with HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And that should be the greatest chus for us as we enter into these Yomim Noraim, the days of awe, the days of El, of tshuva, of returning to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, of returning to the godliness that is within ourselves.